again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's an NFC West battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Taken in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run on first down. Cottrell. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a give right side. Cottrell. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number 1.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And a Cardinal first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 12.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Murray. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun. Price. Flush to his right. That'll be caught by Cup. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Price. And his throw here's incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now Price from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw is Price on 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Price. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Off play action, Price. Able to find Turner. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
The 35-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, Price. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Here's Price. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Damiere Byrd, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Rams 7, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
They had enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Second down, here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
It's a gain of
quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a give, right side. Cottrell, and some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Rams 7, Cardinals nothing.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Now Murray, he bootlegs it, rolling to his right. That's complete, right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points,
and he fires one, it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 28.
Price now looking to throw on second down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack
By Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Price flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Murray. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now a run with Akers. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Price to throw on 3rd down. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
40-yard line.
From the gun, Price. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. Now Price to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, you saw that one come. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Baker with a pick. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So 3rd down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he finds Daniels. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Murray now on 1st down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. Now Murray, and that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there, pushes this to 4th down. Field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Rams 7. Matt Prater set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Made by
Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They'll go again here with Akers. They'll have a first down past the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun. Price. They'll get this one to Cup complete. 4 yards
yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
To throw is Price. Throwing on 3rd and long.
They'll throw complete to Cam Akers.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. I will guarantee you, the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 15.
From the gun, Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. Second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Matt Prater is set.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Price. Open man right side is caught complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Price. Throwing on first down. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Price now. Off the play fake. They'll buy some time right. They'll try and run it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Now Price, off play action. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And it's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out of bounds. Big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
Matt Prater lining up for the point out.
Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You're going over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Dancing to his left. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. To throw is Price on 1st and 10. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Price. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jalen Thompson picks it. And this will be returned to around the 38-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy on the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that's complete. It's the tight end, Daniels. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. From the gun, Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Operating from the gun, Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, Price, flushed out right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Price. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's Price, throwing on 4th down. Going for, he's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, Price. Throw caught here by Bird. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 35-yard line.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Price now, off the play fake. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. The domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
It certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 50 yards.
First down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. Cottrell. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. And the Cardinals are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Arizona, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.